This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 900, Prif and Present. Enjoy. This next one, I had to be told to put this in by Tanis. You wanted a section on waterfall fishing. That doesn't have a then because it wasn't there. It just has a now. But you want to call this part of Prif, I don't call it part of Prif because it wasn't there.
No, the then and now, it wasn't then and it is now. Yeah, it's definitely, if we're doing a retrospective, I'm with Tanis on this one. Go for it, Tanis. You tell us about waterfall fishing.
Okay, sell us on this. I hate the damn thing, but...
I love the damn thing.
So... You got to look at this and where it's at. So it wasn't there in the beginning. Now it is, but its high point was between it being introduced to the game and before deep sea fishing. Okay, it's still the best AFK traditional fishing.
Ding, AFKable. That's the thing. Yeah. You never have to bank. You can just stand there until you get your pet.
And you do get the bonus crystal urchins, which can really kind of, it's a nice little something at the end of it. But it is going to be the best next to doing whack-a-mole fishing.
Yes, the fishing frenzy at the Deep Sea Fishing Hub. It's true.
Yeah. So I got my 120 fishing, on waterfall fishing. We call it Pride Rock. I spent a lot of time up there. Fishvention
brought me there for a long, long time. I got a lot of invention experience standing on top of that rock.
Yep, me too.
That's actually an interesting point. Now that you mention it, Fishvention. I did do fishing to get parts of my 120 invention, but I don't think
when I wanted to AFK it, that's where I went.
Yeah. Okay.
It's something to remember.
And once again, for folks who listened to the podcast back in the day will know that the part of the reason I hated this thing is that it was the winner of a poll where our greenhouse came in, or the greenhouse was an option at one point, and then the greenhouse never happened, and so on and so forth.
But waterfall
greenhouse
fishing
got replaced from
Manor
Farm, and that turned out well.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what beat the greenhouse. That was the aquarium.
That was the aquarium.
Waterfall fishing you hated because you didn't think it fit thematically.
Right, and then the
it was dungeoneering.
Right, the lore aspect of it as well. True.
Yeah.
True. And this raises this question was brought up by Sirion on this. In terms of looking at what they do for updates, there's always a push to add new areas to the game, right? But with the waterfall fishing, what this is in effect adding to and revamping something rather than just adding a new area. Because they could have put the waterfall fishing anywhere else in the world, but instead they decided to put it in Prif.
Again, Prif is the skilling hub, right? Like
and
when you look at
high-level
skilling, when you look at skilling above level 80 and above level 75, whatever, Prif is where you go. If you want the method, there's a pretty good chance you're going to be living in, Prifscape, Elfscape was the meme for years because we never left, right?
Yeah,
like if you were working on max, and a lot of us were for a long time when the XP rates were lower, especially, like you lived in Prif. You did your mining in Prif. You did your wood cutting in Prif. You followed the voice of Saren. You followed the voice of Saren to different parts of the city for different things, and you would stay there for weeks and months to complete, air quotes, the city by getting all of your crystal tools done, by getting the skills done. The meta is you do them in Prif. You spend your agility levels there. Right? Like when the voice of Saren was active in those districts, you traveled. It gave you an excuse to take a break from one skill and go train another. Mm-hmm. It gave you the best in slot method for so many things. And so from that aspect, the waterfall does belong there. But of course, now the Deep Sea Fishing Hub has given us another relatively, medium to high level fishing option that is, of course, better.
Right, and it underscores why it's important to ask the question, can this be added to anywhere else in game, or does this make sense anywhere in game, and then we can adjust the theme on it, rather than just adding it in a new area.
It was nice of them to bundle it in with the other equivalent skilling methods, level-wise, right? And so they made it thematic to the elves. Take it or leave it. it was a great update, and it's still used, I think, in some situations. So it's good.
So Tanis, I mean, this was your baby on this one. Anything else you want to add to it?
No, I mean, I still think for me it's the most viable option in your 120 grind. Because let's face it, I'm not gonna do whack-a-mole, and I don't know a lot of people that do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so high effort. No shot am I going to train fishing like that. I don't make any money, and I spend a bunch of effort. Yeah, it's faster XP. All right, efficiency experts, go be assholes. Go do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't need it.
Like I tried it a few times for just seeing what was capable and whatnot. And I was only able to keep it up for 4 or 5 minutes or so with that. So
I've done a few hours of it. Like,
okay.
It becomes, eventually you just get into a rhythm. You can do it while you're AFKing or listening to podcasts, listening to music, even watching some shows you don't have to pay very close attention to. But
my favorite thing was watching
in a nutshell.
Watching the XP graph and making sure it would just keep bouncing up when you would need to click it and whatnot. So you can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.